Hey guys, welcome back. I'm actually going to do a little bit of a different video today. I'm going to do the 5 things that I love and hate about this watch, the Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean. And as you can see, even like when I do like a little bit of, look at that, right away. That's one thing I love about the watch. The Super Luminova. Look at that. Unbelievable. Now, I did a walkthrough kind of tour of the watch, things that you never knew about the Omega, or things that you possibly didn't know about the Omega, and the Super Luminova is one of the things that I highlighted. So that is number 1. The other thing I love about this watch is the orange bezel. It's just such a beautiful color, even in like, especially in natural daylight. You can see this watch from many feet away, and this watch just sticks out and has caught multiple people's eyes when I wear this. And the first thing they say is, man, that orange really just jumps out at them. So that would be number 2 in regards to what I love about this watch. Number 3 is just the, let me get this clasp in focus. Sorry about that. There we go. So we've got the, this is one thing I actually left off my last video. I didn't mean to do that. Is this dual button clasp. It's just so easy to use. It's so quality, and it's just one of the best in the market. Omega, from what I understand, is the reason why Rolex had to step up their band game, or should I say their clasp, because the Rolex, believe it or not, the older models, they don't have clasps like this. This is like a solid block of metal, and it's just so detailed and just so quality. I'm going to show you, and this is not a Rolex, but this is an actual Seiko. And this particular clasp is closer to what the old Rolex models were. It was just really just not quality whatsoever. So they really had to step up their game, and you can thank Omega for doing that. So that would be number 3. I'm actually kind of winging this. But number 4, in my opinion, would be the movement. This particular Omega has the coaxial movement. And it's an exclusive movement to Omega. The movement itself is just so smooth. The second hand has a nice sweep. And also when winding it, it's just, there's just not that sandy feeling that you typically get in an automatic timepiece. The movement is very, very accurate. And again, not to get too technical, but with the coaxial movement, I'm just locking the crown right now. With the coaxial movement, that means that you have to, that the maintenance intervals are actually less than on a typical automatic movement because of the components that they use and the way that they function. There's a lot less friction within the timepiece. So that would be number 4. And then finally, it's just the way the watch wears on the wrist. It has such a presence. Let's just take a look at it. I love the way, let's just get a good, here we go. I just love the way this watch wears on the wrist, but I also truly what number 5 would be is the versatility of this watch. This is a watch that you can take on the beach. You can wear it with jeans and a t-shirt. You can wear this on a job interview, all dressed up in a suit. This watch is extremely, extremely versatile. And that rounds out my top 5. So, let's get into the 5 things that I hate about this watch. And I think hate is such a strong word, so I'm gonna say more like dislike. So, as much as I like the orange bezel, that is the one thing. It's not the color of it, but because this is an aluminum bezel and it's painted, this is definitely prone to scratching. And if indeed I do scratch this, and it's also prone to fading. From what I understand, this color is not even true to what the color was in 2012. So this is also prone to fading. So the watches that they have now, the Planet Oceans, are ceramic bezels that resist scratching, fading. So definitely an advantage over this aluminum bezel. So that's the one thing, that's number 1 in regards to what I hate about this watch. Number 2 is the amount of, and this goes with any black-faced watch. This is not just this particular watch, but because I said I have to have 5 things that I hate about the watch, I'm going to nitpick here. And this goes for any black-faced watch, but it's the fingerprints. When you have a black-faced watch, you are going to see fingerprints a lot more than when you do a white dial, for instance. Okay? So that's kind of a nitpicky one. It's, some of you are going to say, well, that doesn't really count, but there's not a lot to hate about this watch. So that's number 2. Number 3, believe it or not, is the diver extension. I actually just learned this recently in regards to how to recess this back. You have to actually put this, so you have to actually point it inward into here and then snap it. So basically what there is, there's a little, if I can show this on camera, you can see the lip there. The lip actually fits underneath this bar, and you get it placed under there, and then you snap it into place. Because what was happening was, I was indeed just snapping this into place just like that, and what would happen is, when I would put the watch on, this would just swing open out of nowhere, and it was just so cumbersome. So if you don't know that about this particular watch, about how to set this and then snap it into place, it's going to be a pain in you know what to get this watch on without having this fly open. So that would be my number 3 thing that I hate about this watch. Number 4 is the fact that this does not have an exhibition case back. This is a $5,000 to $6,000 watch. Sorry, I had my dog in the background. She was about to bark. So as I was saying, this is a $5,000 to $6,000 watch with a beautiful, exclusive coaxial movement, and I know it's a dive watch, but the newer watches do have the exhibition case back, and I'd like to see that in a watch like this to show off the beautiful perlage on the components of the movement. To see the rotor, the coaxial, and just the double barrel, and just all the neat things that this particular movement has. The fact that it doesn't have the exhibition case back does make this watch thinner, but I wouldn't mind having a thicker watch to take it off and see the movement. So that would be a negative for me. So let me round off. I believe I'm at, let's see, I'm actually losing count here. But let me get into the next one that I don't like about this watch. And I know it was a point that I said that I like about this watch, which was the clasp, but it's also something that I don't like about the watch, which is the fact that this gets scratched up really bad, really quick. So if you don't know how to buff out your clasp, this thing is going to really be a sore spot of your timepiece. So that basically rounds off the things that I hate about the watch. I don't know if that was 5. I actually lost count. Forgive me if it wasn't. But there really isn't much to not like about this watch. This is just my personal grail watch. If I die tomorrow, I've gotten a watch that I've always adored. Way back, well, I don't want to say way back, but back in 2012 when I seen this in the store, this thing just really jumped out at me, and anytime someone would mention Omega, this is the watch that I would picture. And this is a watch that I never thought that I would own. I'm very, very blessed and grateful that I do have this piece. And that concludes the 5 things that I hate, and should I say love and hate. It may not have been 5 that I hate, but I don't have to review it. But either way, that is my take. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more content. I have many, many more watches to review. And also, please watch the ones that I have reviewed already. Thank you very much. Have a good day.